Hey everyone, my name is Wedge, and welcome back to our Best of the Rest series, where we talk about all the cards and shadows over Innistrad, not spoiled individually. We're moving right along in Wooburg order. Today we're looking at blue cards. Beautiful, amazing, perfect blue cards. Totally not biased. Anyways, if you missed part 1, you can check it out right here. Easy peasy. Also, if you enjoy this series and want more of it in the future, please hit that like button. Helps out a lot. Broken Concentration is one of anything and 2 blue for an instant counter target spell. It also has Madness for 4. 4 mana. It costs more to Madness this. Now, don't get me wrong, I value the fact that Madness isn't all about lower costs. A card can have a high Madness cost and still be good. This is not one of those cards at all. I refuse to jump through hoops required to make this card good. No, I am not going to set up a turn where I loot with Jace and then use this. I'm not going to do it. It's just too annoying to put together. No, no, no. I'm used to this Madness counterspell. Yeah, circular logic. Get out of my face, Broken Concentration. What a poor start to the video. Yuck. Ugh. Deny Existence is 3 mana for an instant, counter target creature spell. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard. Just creature spells, not spell shrivel. I've had it. I'm quitting Magic. I've seen too much. First this pile of trash garbage, then the embarrassment we just saw, now this. No, I'm too old for this crap. I'm out. Drownyard Explorers is 4 mana for a 2/4 human wizard. When it enters the battlefield, investigate. I mean, it's alright. A 2/4 for 4 is going to make a decent body. Giving you some card draw for later is a nice touch that firmly puts it into the filler category for me. Definitely a 20th card type situation we got going on here. Drew Now Corpse Trawler is 4 mana for a 1/1 zombie. When it enters the battlefield, put a 2/2 black zombie token onto the battlefield. You can also pay 2 of anything and 1 black, and target zombie gains death touch until end of turn. Now, this is the kind of creature I like. 4 mana for a 2/2 and a 1/1, and the 1/1 can grant the 2/2 death touch. That's just straight up synergy. Yes, please. Find a way to flicker at even more zombies. Definitely worthy of a mid to early pack pick in limited. 2 bodies for 1, hard to go wrong there. Especially when 1 can get death touch. The absolute most annoying mechanic ever. Erdwall Illuminator is 2 mana for a 1/3 spirit with flying. Whenever you investigate for the first time each turn, investigate an additional time. Wow, this is fantastic. McKindy Aeronaut, but in blue and way better. Getting to double your investigating, that's so much future card advantage. Sure, it only copies the first time each turn, but come on, that's a lot of value for a little 2-drop. Great for blocking early or getting in for some quick damage, and gives you more cards down the road. You'll want to play this. Essence Flux is 1 blue mana for an instant. Exile target creature you control, then return that creature to the battlefield under its owner's control. If it's a spirit, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Everyone, meet the fixed version of Cloud Shift. This time around, when you blink the creature, it goes back to its owner's control. This is particularly important if you took something from your opponent. Unlike Cloud Shift, you can't exile it and make it yours permanently. Talk about downgrades. Beyond that, remember the Corpse Trawler we were just talking about? Blink that, or blink Rattle Chains, or Bygone Bishop. These are slam dunk picks here. Essence Flux can be great, but it really needs a deck full of enter the battlefield triggers. Brago.deck is basically what I'm saying. Fleeting Memories is 3 mana for an enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, investigate. Whenever you sacrifice a clue, target player puts the top 3 cards of their library into their graveyard. Oh my god, we're totally gonna make it happen. Memories, tutelage, standard. Someone build this. Do it, please. What were we talking about? Gone Missing is 5 mana for a sorcery. Put target permanent on top of its owner's library. Investigate. Some of you may know this about me. I love unsummon effects. I especially love them when they send something to the top of the library. It creates an effective time walk. That isn't what bothers me here. What bothers me is that we're dealing with so many strategies that are going to go wide. Using 5 mana to return 1 thing seems not ideal, you know? Not saying you won't play it, because let's be honest, you totally will. It just really isn't Grasp of Phantoms. I know it can hit any permanent. I wish it was 1 mana cheaper, or at least instant speed. Nagging Thoughts is 2 mana for a sorcery with Madness costing 2 mana. Look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the other into your graveyard. I won't lie, not super excited about the ability of a Tower Geist without the Tower Geist itself, but I'll get past that. If you can reliably activate Madness, this could see standard play. That's how bad cantrips are right now. Digging 2 cards deep is going to be a lot better than most other cards can do, especially at 2 mana. What has this world come to? Innistrad really is dark and full of terrors. Blue is looking grim, folks. It's looking grim. Press for Answers is 2 mana for a sorcery. Tap target creature. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Investigate. While I don't like that this is a sorcery, as in you can't get 2 turns use out of it, I do like that it's only 2 mana and it leaves behind a clue for you to use later on. Although we have to make sure not to forget the most important part of this card. The art. Seriously, look at it. Aw, poor zombie. It'll be okay. Not sure what she thinks she can get from an abomination/zombie thing, but more power to her, I guess. Reckless Scholar is 3 mana for a 2/1 human wizard. You can tap it and target player draws a card, then discards a card. Okay, so they reprinted Cephalid Looter, right? Yeah, that's it. They just made it a human instead of a cephalid, which has tentacles. Wait, Emrakul confirmed! This card's fine. Seagraph Scab is Maritime Guard with a brick of flavor text. Okay, bye. Silent Observer is 4 mana for a 1/5 spirit with flying. Here's another card. We've done this before. Curse you, Tormented Angel. I don't really want to play this. Vampire Envoy is playable because it has a sweet trigger and it's cheaper. This doesn't do anything else but exist. I'm gonna pass, not my jam. Sleep Paralysis is 4 mana for an enchant creature aura. When it enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. I'm getting really annoyed at these little downgrades. Sure, Paralysis is a bit easier to play than Claustrophobia. I get it, but 4 mana instead of 3? Alright, if I'm being honest, this is first world problems. You're totally playing Sleep Paralysis. Pseudo removal really is removal a lot of the time. Let this tap down the thing you hate most. Done and done. Stitchwing Scab is 4 mana for a 3/1 zombie horror with flying. You can pay 2 and discard 2 cards to return it from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. For me, this entire card is made awesome by that first word in the text box, flying. That's what makes this all worth it. Now, don't get me wrong, the card enables Madness and Delirium like crazy. Those are both wonderful upsides, but it's that flying for me. Evasion on a 3-power creature makes my heart warm. I'm not sure where I like this card, but I do know I really like it. Stormrider Spirit is 5 mana for a 3/3 spirit with flash and flying. And playable. This is a flying spirit I can get behind. 5 mana might seem like a lot, but when you can ambush something in combat, that feels really good. 3/3 should be enough to fight most anything in the air, minus the huge stuff, so it'll be alright. Card is an excellent mid-pack pick as far as I'm concerned. I love it. Uninvited Guest is 3 mana for a 2/2 spirit with Skulk. When it deals combat damage to a player, transform it into Unimpeded Trespasser, a 3/3 spirit that can't be blocked. The design on this card is great, and Skulk makes it super powerful. As it stands right now, there are only a handful of decent creatures that can even block this thing. Heaven forbid it does get through. Dealing with a 3/3 unblockable creature all game isn't going to go well. It will cost you a removal spell. This is a strong card in Limited, even if it doesn't drop until turn 3. I like it a lot. That's going to do it for the rest of the blue cards that we care to talk about. How do you feel about the color in general going into this weekend's pre-release? How do you think it stacks up against white, a color we focused on earlier? Do you think blue is more of a primary color or a secondary one? These are all questions I want answers to. Gotta know. As always, subscribe for the latest and most reliable Shadows over Innistrad spoiler information you could ever need. This is the Mana Source. I'm Wedge. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. This video is brought to you in part by TCGplayer.com. I really can't get over standard rotation and how fast it's approaching. It's basically already here, and somehow I'm still the only one who thinks that Thought-Knot Seer should be a little bit higher in price. The card's obviously ridiculous. And it's only $7 a piece right now? Sure, that's fair. If you want the Seer, now is a great time to get it. Don't say I didn't warn you.